So, hello everybody. Today we're going to do an unboxing of The Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth, Flight of the Witch King display box, whatever you want to call it, plus a draft booster from The Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth. So first of all, we're going to take a look at what's inside. So basically what you're going to get is a paper easel, essentially, where you will then be able to take the art cards that come with the box and just put them together. And there will also be a full color version of the same scenery on the reverse side of the easel, and you get the 6 cards that make up this scenery and are fully playable, plus you get 3 set boosters with 12 cards each. This retailed at 30 euros in Germany at the moment, which is a very, very good price. So let's see what's in the box. Okay, so this is the easel, and here you can see the actual scene. And if you were to turn it over, you can see that you could put the cards in there, which I'm not going to do because I'm going to put the cards into a binder. And I'm just going to put out the easel in my games room, because it just depicts the whole wonderful Orthanc Barad-dûr attack. Then we get this, which is basically the cardboard card. Here you get a token. Is it taller than a card? Yes. So you could even use this as a divider. Then you get the Witch King as a divider, which I'm definitely going to use. And here you've got the meat, as it were. Here you've got the actual cards in here. Let's just take this out. And let's take a look at the cards. And I'm going to zoom in so we can see them. I haven't seen them myself yet, so this is completely new to me. I have not seen any unboxings of this either. So here we've got the 3 set boosters. Set boosters contain 12 cards each. Then we have the art cards, which would be these ones. And which essentially form the panoramic view that we just saw. And they will go into my binder. Then the actual playing cards depicting the same scenery. From the commander deck, Call Forth the Tempest for 5 and 3. It's a sorcery cascade. Let's zoom in a little. When you cast this spell, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card that costs less. Okay, I'm not sure less than what, but okay. Put the exile cards on the bottom of your library in a random order, then do it again. Call Forth the Tempest deals damage to each creature your opponent controls equal to the total mana value of other spells you've cast this turn. I'll have to check out the cascade rule. Artifact Nazgul Battle Mace. Equipped creature has menace. It's very expensive as well for 5. Death Touch, Annihilator 1, and whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent, put that card onto the battlefield under your control unless that player pays 3 life. Whenever a creature with Annihilator 1 attacks, defending player sacrifices a permanent. Witch King, Sky Scourge, flying, legendary creature, Wraith Noble. For 5/1/1, flying, whenever you attack with one or more wraiths, exile the top X cards of your library, where X is the their total power. You may play those cards this turn. Undying, when this creature dies, if it had no +1/+1 counter on it, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it. Mordor on the March, it's a sorcery. For 3/1/1, exile a creature card from your graveyard. Creature tokens, create a token that's a copy of it. It gains haste until the end of turn. Exile it at the beginning of the next end step. Storm. When you cast this spell, copy it for each spell cast before it this turn. Fell Beast, creature, Drake Beast, flying, devour 1. As this enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice any number of creatures. This creature enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter for each devoured creatures. Whenever Fell Beast of Mordor enters the battlefield or attacks, target opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of +1/+1 counters on it. So if I want to really deplete my enemy, then I would play this. Although it's not that expensive, kind of like in middle to late game, when I have plenty of creatures so that I can actually do a lot of damage. Minas Morgul, very good against a white deck where people are just basically creating life links left, right, and center. Minas Morgul, Dark Fortress. Minas Morgul, the Dark Fortress, enters the battlefield tapped. You tap it, add 1 black mana. Put a shadow, you pay 3 mana and tap it, put a shadow counter on target creature. For as long as that creature has a shadow counter on it, it's a wraith in addition to its other types. A creature with shadow can block or be blocked by only creatures with shadow. Okay, so now let's take a look at the boosters. We've got a draft booster, which we're going to open first. The draft boosters contain 15 cards. And anything white and green gets handed over, anything black, red and blue gets kept. If I can open it. So we start out with the token, the ring. Gimli's Axe, it's an equipment artifact. Equipped creature gets +3/+0. As long as equipped creature is legendary, it has menace, so it can only be blocked by 2 or more creatures. Equip 2. Claim the Precious. Destroy a target creature. The ring tempts you. Lembas. When Lembas enters the battlefield, scry 1, then draw a card. Knights of Dol Amroth in full art. Beautiful card. Really beautiful. Elven Farsight. Sorcery, scry 3. Then you may reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, draw a card. Rush the Room, instant. Target creature gets +1/+0 and gains first strike until the end of turn. If it's a goblin or orc, it also gains haste until the end of turn. Shelob's Ambush, instant. Target creature gets +1/+2 and gains Death Touch until end of turn. Create a food token. It's an artifact, blah, blah, blah. Lorien Revealed. Draw 3 cards. Island Cycling 1, which means 1, discard this card. So you pay 1, you discard this card, you search a library for an island card, reveal it and put it into your hand and then shuffle. East Farthing Farmer. Bag End Porter, it's a dwarf creature. Ugluk of the White Hand, legendary creature, orc soldier. Whenever another creature you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Ugluk of the White Hand. If that creature was a goblin or orc, put 2 1/1 counters on Ugluk instead. Celeborn the Wise, husband to Galadriel. Grandfather of Arwen. Lots of people always forget this. Whenever you attack with one or more elves, scry 1. Whenever you scry, Celeborn the Wise gets +1/+1 until the end of turn for each card looked at while scrying this way. 3/3. Strider, Ranger of the North. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, target creature gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. If that creature has power 4 or greater, it gains first strike until end of turn. Doors of Durin. Whenever you attack, scry 2. Then you may reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, put it onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. Until your next turn, it gains trample if you control a dwarf and hexproof if you control an elf. Speak, friend, and enter. And we have an island. Get a couple of rares in there. We've got a full art card because this is a set booster. Beautiful. That's Gimli, son of Glowin. We've got Plains Basic Land in foil. Nimrodel Watcher, Creature Elf Scout. Whenever you scry, Nimrodel Watcher gets +1/+0 until the end of turn and can't be blocked this turn. This ability triggers only once each turn. Haunt of the Dead Marshes. What a beautiful card. Creature Nightmare Elf. When Haunt of the Dead Marshes enters the battlefield, scry 1. It's a 1-cost black mana. For 2 and 1 black mana, return Haunt of the Dead Marshes from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Activate only if you control a legendary creature. Oh, if you should not look in when the candles are lit. Chance-met Elves, Creature Elf Warrior. Whenever you scry, put a +1/+1 counter on Chance-met Elves. This ability triggers only once a turn. Elven Farsight, scry 3. Shire Sheriff, Halfling Soldier Vigilance, uncommon. Butterbur Innkeeper, legendary creature, human peasant. Rosie Cotton of South Lane, legendary creature, halfling peasant, 1/1. Mirkwood Bats, what a beautiful card that is with the full art, really beautiful. Faramir, Field Commander in the beautiful art, very nice. Goldberry River Daughter, wife to Tom Bombadil, beautiful card, nymph. You tap her, move a so she's 1/3 for 1 and 1. Move a counter of each kind not on Goldberry River Daughter from another target permanent you control onto Goldberry. Pay 1 blue and tap. Move 1 or more counters from Goldberry onto another target permanent you control. If you do, draw a card. Fear nothing, for not tonight you are under the roof of Tom Bombadil. Kirith Ungol, creature, orc soldier, beautiful foil card. And our spirit token, beautiful card as well. So that's our first one. The ring. Beautiful card. And it is the Realm Seekers. A mountain. Galadrim Bow. It's an artifact, flash, which means you can play it as an instant. As you would an instant. When Galadrim Bow enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. So you don't have to pay separate equipment costs. It's 2/1 already. If you want to then re-equip it, you have to pay 2. Equipped creature gets +1/+2 and has reach. Shower of Arrows. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying, scry 1. Shire Scarecrow. Defender. Add 1 mana of any color. Activate only once each turn. Shire Terrace. Beautiful, beautiful land card. And it's a neutral land. And you can add a neutral mana. Revive the Shire. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand and create a food token. Build the Pony. Uncommon, when Build the Pony enters the battlefield, create 2 food tokens. Stew the Coonies. Target creature you control deals damage equal to a target creature you don't control. Shire Sheriff. Oliphant in full art. Beautiful card. Press the Enemy. Rare. Return target spell or non-land permanent an opponent controls to its owner's hand. You may cast an instant or sorcery spell with equal or less mana value from your hand without paying its mana cost. And our foil is the Inherited Envelope. And our last one. Orc Army. Eleanor Halfling. Eleanor Gardener. Plains. Smite the Deathless, which is an instant. It deals 3 damage to target creature. That creature loses indestructible until the end of turn. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. Battle Scarred Goblin. Whenever Battle Scarred Goblin becomes blocked, it deals 1 damage to each creature blocking it. Troll of Khazad-dûm. 5/1. Troll of Khazad-dûm can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures swamp cycling. 1. So basically you pay 1 and then you discard this card. Search your library for a swamp card, reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle. Lorien Revealed, draw 3 cards. Island Cycling. Glorfindel, Dauntless Rescuer. Legendary creature, Elf Noble. Whenever you scry, choose 1 and Glorfindel, Dauntless Rescuer, gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. Glorfindel must be blocked this turn if able, or Glorfindel can't be blocked by more than 1 creature each combat this turn. Arwen Undomiel. Whenever you scry, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Scry 2. Celeborn the Wise. We've seen him before. He's also uncommon. Mirror of Galadriel. Legendary artifact. Scry 1, then draw a card. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature you control. Frodo Baggins. Legendary creature. Halfling Scout. Whenever Frodo Baggins or another legendary creature enters the battlefield under your control, the ring tempts you. As long as Frodo is your ring bearer, it must be blocked if able. Sauron the Dark Lord for blue, black, red, Avatar Horror. Ward, sacrifice a legendary artifact or legendary creature. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, amass Orcs 1. And now we've got Frodo Baggins in foil. Beautiful card. This was the unboxing. I hope you enjoyed it. I really did. There are some really, really lovely cards in here also for my collection, because I've got this one actually in full art twice now. So this is going to go into the collection because it's really beautiful. And of course this one and the other 2. So these ones are going to go over here. And these ones are normal lands. And that's it. So that was the unboxing of the Lord of the Rings, Middle-earth, Flight of the Witch King display box. Talk to you soon. Bye.